Ladies and gentlemen, Silent Mike, Q&A time, answering your questions from Instagram. Follow me, Silent Mike with 2Ks. Silent Mike with 2Ks and the number 2 on Twitch. Be sure to subscribe here so you don't miss a video. We're dropping videos Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, let's dig into your question. Guys, if you enjoy some of the clothing, some of the snapback, the tees that I'm rocking in this video, it's Barber Brigade's Mischief collection. It's dropping now. Link in the bio. Be sure to check it out, barberbrigade.com. What age did you start training? Biggest mistake you ever started when you start training? So I started training 8th grade for sports with a trainer. But when I started training on my own, kind of figuring it out, doing a lot of research, trying to figure out what bodybuilding is compared to strength training, compared to powerlifting, Olympic weightlifting, and trying to mesh it all together to do what I enjoyed and what I liked. I was probably more like 19 or 20 years old. I was on the cusp of dropping out of college, and the biggest mistake, the biggest mistake for me was, I don't know, multiple things. I spent way too much money trying to find the easy way, right? Supplements, this program, this, that. Yes, you need a program, but at that time, we're talking 2008 to 2010, there's a lot less information. So some of these programs were super gimmicky. Put 3 inches on your arms in 4 weeks, things of that nature. I'm following stuff like that. And yes, I'm 18 and I don't know that much about strength and conditioning yet, but you just start to think logically. If that doesn't make sense, it's probably not real, right? Like, how could you put 3 inches on your arms? Like, everybody would have big arms then if it was that easy to do in 3 or 4 weeks. So I think trying to find the secret answer, or trying to find the holy grail of training, whether it be supplements or whatever it might be, that was one thing. 2, I wasn't just focused in on the basics. Once I finally got a book and started reading about squat, bench, dead, and periodization, my gains went through the freaking roof. My best gains ever, both muscle-wise and strength-wise, have always come with no supplements, focusing on food, sleep, and a solid progression in training. So I'd say I spun my wheels for years trying to buy gains rather than just having a little bit of patience and focus on big things. The other thing, once I got a little bit more even advanced and I was still, I understood training, but I was still dumb enough, is being too stuck in trying to gain weight, gain muscle, and still be lean. Yes, that is possible to kind of gain muscle and stay kind of lean with a controlled bulk. But if your goal is strength, go after it a little bit, especially when you're young. Try to focus on longer phases of gaining muscle and gaining strength. Don't eat like an idiot, but eating in a calorie surplus for a long period of time will get the most amount of gains. Don't get locked up into what so-and-so is doing at what weight class, what a good bench looks like at age 23, weighing 200 pounds. Just focus on progressing for yourself, and obviously a calorie surplus is one of the best ways. Arnold or Sly? Now, when you guys are talking about who I like the most or whose movies I like the most, it might be different. Look, I haven't personally met either of them. Hopefully one day I'll be able to sit down, chat, have a brewski, maybe have them on Mama's Boys podcast. But pure movies, I think I'm an Arnold guy. Even though I haven't seen them all, Predators is one of my top favorite movies of all time. Hands down. Predators 1 through 18, all of them. Even the newest one that's about to come out, I know I'm going to love it. The one with Adrian Brody, even though it's not technically an Arnold movie, I feel like it's an Arnold movie and I love it. Sly, I love Rocky. I can't even think what else Sly is even in. But I think as a person, at least my outside of Hollywood vision of the person, I think I like Sly better. But movies, Arnold.
He's in Demolition Man.
Never seen it. There's a lot of classics I've never seen. I went through a large phase from probably when I was age 10 through age like last year, up until last year, that I couldn't see movies that felt old. There's something about the look of it, I just couldn't handle it. I think one of it, I blame my mom. Look, my mom's the best woman in the world. She's done so much for me, greatest lady on the planet, but she tortured me. One summer, her and my sister went on this kick where we're only watching old movies. I felt like I hadn't seen a colored TV in 3 months, and I think it burnt into my head that my life sucks when I watch old movies, so I stopped watching old movies. But now I'm okay. Now I could probably do it. But if you're an old movie, we don't get along. Barbell box squats. Barbell back squats kill my knees. Are goblet squats a good way to work up to it? So if something's killing your knees or killing your shoulder or hurting, we got to figure out why and how we can fix that. Is it overtraining, which I doubt it, but potentially doing too much volume too soon? Most likely it's technique or warming up. So a goblet squat can help you get into position and teach yourself how to squat, but I'd suggest just lowering the weight and learning the proper movement patterns, forcing those knees out a little bit forward, trying to get that knee over your midfoot, hips back a little bit, and you should be just fine. The issue with the goblet squat is you can't load it the same, and so one, it's a little bit more uncomfortable, and two, you can't overload as easily. You can't handle as much weight, so less weight, less stimulus, less volume, less gains in the quads. Somebody complimented my teardrop and it made me feel so good. I've never had a compliment to my legs the other day, but a lot of squats. That's how you're gonna build those legs up. Goblet squat is a decent movement. Kind of use it as a warm-up or a cue, but the only way to get better at squats is squatting. Is there a discount code for a power building program? I believe he's talking about kaizentraining.com. That's where you can find all my programs and things. There's not a discount code right now. When we launch a new program, we often give you guys a week or two to get the pre-sale, and we make it insanely cheap. We make it 30-40% off, and then periodically throughout the year we will run a couple sales, but not too often. So there's not a discount code. I'm sorry, my man, but kaizentraining.com if you guys want to check out any of my coaching or programming. This is good. This question's for you first. I guess I can't ask the question without answering the question. Have you? That was deep. You can't ask the question without answering the question. It's so true. This guy got me. I think maybe he knew that. What is the, I'm gonna do it and it's gonna sound weird, but I think you'll get the gist. What's the proper way to pronounce the thing, that I can't say the thing or I'll answer the question. What's the proper way to pronounce like the opposite of chocolate and not vanilla? The golden thing? The golden thing that can be replaced in chocolate like a sundae? It's a type of candy. It's in s'mores, or not s'mores, it's in Twix, it's in Snickers.
Caramel.
So what's the proper way to pronounce?
Caramel.
It's not caramel.
It's both.
See, that's how I
both.
answered the question with the question, what's the proper way to pronounce caramel? It's caramel, you dumb shit. It's not caramel, it's caramel. Give me a caramel chocolate bar. What kind of belt do you use? Most of my lifting, I do beltless currently, but if I'm powerlifting, I just use an Inzer belt. You know, it's old steady. What's that? Old sturdy? Old reliable. Old reliable. Old reliable Inzer. Yeah, solid belt. My teacher used to do this. Does this piss you off? I'm gonna answer the question and then I'm gonna be my teacher. Can I deadlift twice a week? I don't know, can you? You know, when you're doing like improper English or something? Fucking torture.
Can I go to the bathroom?
I don't know, can you? Can I grab some water? I don't know, can you? You mean may you? May you? Are you capable? Yeah, dude, you can definitely deadlift twice a week. Let's say currently, easy way for you guys to add frequency to your training. Let's say currently, you know, you're following up whatever program, but you're doing 3 sets of working weight deadlifts a week. All we're gonna do is do 3 more sets 2 or 3 days later, and we're just gonna use 50-60% to get used to it just for 2 or 3 weeks, and then you can start to up that load. And now you're doing literally double the volume. Or you can take away a set. So if you're doing 3 sets a week, 1 day a week, 3 sets a day, 1 day a week, then what you can do is do 2 sets for 2 days in a week. And then slowly build up the volume, slowly build up the weight from there. Just an easy way to adjust. Dude, people are too nice today on Instagram. You know, there's some days that I just read Instagram and I say, man, the internet hates me. I still love you, but the internet hates me. And then some days I look at the thing, the guy's complimenting my quad sweep. You know, the nicest things are coming in. How did you get into lifting and BTW? I love you, dog. I love you, dog. I love you, dog. I got into lifting around 7th grade. I set my first goals as a human being, as an adult, as a 13-year-old adult, mini adult. I decided that I wanted to go play professional basketball. And I knew to do that my grandpa was 5'5", my father was 5'6", and my mother's maybe 5'7". Genetics were not on my side in the height department, that I had to get stronger, I had to get faster, I had to outwork everybody else. And so luckily I had super supportive parents, and my dad found me a strength and conditioning coach, and I started lifting, doing conditioning in all my off season of basketball, and even a little bit during, and playing basketball as much as I could. So that's how I got into it. And then as my career started to wind down, played a little bit of college, played a little bit of like semi-pro, like an A-league. I turned my focus into coaching, basketball, and strength and conditioning itself, and that kind of led me to powerlifting. Are you Italian? I don't know, am I, pal? Hey, dude, we're getting some video game questions. That means we got the Twitch fam on Instagram. Hey, top 3 favorite video games all time. All time. I think I gotta go. I don't think I played GoldenEye. I think I played the other one, N64. There was 2. And I think GoldenEye was the most popular, but there was a slightly newer one. I played the crap out of that.
Something to die? Live another day?
Die tomorrow or
Die
something?
another day?
I think I played Die Another Day. N64 James Bond game. The World Is Not Enough.
That's
I played the living hell, and I was Optic, I was Phase, I was Ninja. at the world is not enough, dude. I knew all the tunnels, and you're out there floating around trying to find a rocket launcher because that's the only way your dumbass is gonna kill me. And I'm just up there. I have some kind of little pistol or AR, and you are done, dude. You are done. I remember the snow map. There's 2 tunnels, and it went like this, and I went to the top one, and you hide behind a rock, and your little dumbass is down there, and we're literally sitting next to each other, so you can see what's happening on my screen, and you still can't stop me. You can see, because it's split screen, because we're back down in 2001, maybe before. We're probably back down in 1999, and you can see exactly what I'm doing, and you still can't stop me. I'm ninja times 1,000. World is not enough. Mario Kart, all of them. And then, probably Halo. Probably Halo, dude. And I guess if I had to choose, probably a Halo 2, just because you need that online action. Maybe Halo 3. Probably my favorite. Those are probably the like top. Tippity top. How do you deal with injuries mentally? It's hard, man. It's hard. I'm dealing with a couple friends and clients right now that are going through some injuries in preparation for a competition. And whether you compete, whether you just like to train, or whether you just like to live life, being in pain is never fun. So one, I think you have to focus on what you can do. Start to look at the positive, and that's very hard. I say these things, I preach these things because I personally struggle with them, and it's something that I'm slowly always trying to work on, and it's something that does help me, although it is a struggle. Much easier said than done. But you start focusing on things you can do. So right now, my back's a little beat up. It doesn't hurt that bad right now, but I know I can't dig into the heavy deadlifts that I want to. So what do? I focus on what I can do. I can condition, I can focus on my nutrition, I can get good sleep, and I can get bigger, juicier peaches and biceps. So that's what I'm focusing on right now, and that's what you got to do for yourself. You know, if you hurt your pinky finger, focus on a safety squat bar, focus on some lunges, focus on what you can. And then 2, obviously, how did you get injured? Was it a freak thing? Are you actually injured and not just hurt? I think that's a big definition we have to go into. And then trying to prevent it going down the road. Appreciate you guys. Give this thing a thumbs up. Turn on notifications. Brand new videos Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, vlogs, food, some Q&As, trying to help you guys out. Silent Mike, I'm out of here.